as I'm driving down the track after I somehow didn't hit the wall, I wasn't so sure I didn't hit the wall because it shook me so hard in the car. It took me a moment to like gather my thoughts, and I just like thought about pulling over, and I'm like, well, I didn't hear it hit, but so I just was like, yeah, they'll stop me. I'm going slow enough. So I just drove it down, and then I was coming back up the return road, and the guy come up on a golf cart, and I was like, maybe I did hit the wall, because I thought he was coming to get me, and then he told me about I put water down, out of the car. So it must have been trapped in my floor mat and then rolled underneath the back of the seat and then, got under my tire. Because Brian said it was paddling the right tire and the left tire was just spun. So it just put me right. I don't know how I saved it. That was just instincts and shit because I had no part of it. It was just, I didn't have time to think. It was like, luckily my arms and feet knew what to do because it was crazy. It happened so fast. And it was just kind of lucky that the rear end didn't like wag as bad as they usually do when you make that big of a move. So I'm really surprised after watching the video that it did it, because usually it'll swing wide and then at least tap it with the back of the car, and it usually makes you go the other way and hit. So luckily no damage, not anything, so good to go.
We're on day 4. We're sitting here a little dejected by our trailer for not a lot of reasons. We're being pouty. So I'll tell you, we went up there, we wanted to go one and done. It is the dream at Drag Week. And driving through the rain, we gathered some water somewhere in the car, on a rocker, up on a rail, who knows. Went up, made our burnout clean, car's running great. Watched the slow motion video and it looked like there was a couple drips of water coming out of both sills in front of our back tire. And so we ended up chattering the tire. I'm gun shy on the chatter because we wrecked that differential on day 1. And so I don't want to do it again. So basically, if the wheel shakes, I'm getting out, and we're going to come back around. Because of the late start today and all the stuff, they're not letting the quarantine lanes run until they get done with D. As soon as they go all call, we're going to lanes. We're going to stick it, and I hope that's the one. This morning, we were going on a spicy tune-up to really try to set the number deep. We're probably going to go for a safer number right now. Something like what we've done already just to keep our average going. We can get way more aggressive tomorrow.
All right, I know we're right in the middle of Drag Week, but Sick Week 2026 is coming up quick. In fact, Top 100 registration is going to open up tomorrow, today's Thursday, Friday. So when you're watching this video, you will get the email if you're in the top 100, either top 100 best averages, top 100 passes, also the wild cards that were for other events. All that stuff's going to happen. You got the next week to get your registration done. Open registration for expression of interest opens up 9 a.m. next Saturday, the 27th. General registration, 10 a.m. I don't think that's going to come anywhere close to happen. I mean, there are thousands of people on the expression of interest. Expression of interest, you will get an email with a link for you to be able to go in and sign up at 9 o'clock on September 27th. Don't be asleep at the wheel because 9 o'clock, that's when it happens. Drag Week's shaping up to be great. Bryant's getting his stuff figured out with his new Corvette. 626 yesterday. The run hasn't happened today yet, Thursday, so I don't know actually, I saw him and Ned both spit. Well, Bryant spun. Well, they both spun. They both spun right off the line, so they'll be back up later today. We'll see where that is. Looks like Ned is on track to be able to reset that Drag Week record. Not Drag Week record, the overall record for Drag and Drive. Looks like he's going to be able to reset that from Lutz's record that was established in 2016. But now, Sick Week. We are not going for the most vehicles that there can be. We're going to restrict it down because last year, and we got a couple things that I want to tell you about that we're making changes from last year because I don't like the one run where you only get one run during a session. I mean, I like there to be the ability to get more runs. And one thing that hindered us last year on day 1, we were starting in South Georgia, was everybody had a 300-mile drive that they needed to make. And so for safety, we ended up having to shut down. Now, granted, we had rain. We were going to have some cars go the day before that would count. I mean, there was a lot of different things we were doing to try and deal with the bulk of entries to try and help that. And basically what could go wrong, whatever could go wrong, went wrong to where it was a one run for everybody on that day. And it ruined averages for the week. It also, I ended up eliminated because I'd crossed the center line. So, there's just bad news as far as that. So we're making changes to make that a better experience. Number one, entries. We're cutting entries down, so we're going to have less entries. These other events can go for the most entries that they want, but we want experience. We want everything to be about the experience, and we want to put on not the biggest event that there is, we want to put on the best event that there is. So therefore, we are adding a drive day. So actually, to jump into the route, tech and registrations on Sunday, first day, which would be February 1st, first day of racing, February 2nd, which is a Monday, that's at Gainesville. So then we are going up to South Georgia. We'll race at South Georgia on Tuesday. Then we have a short drive for the night where the host hotel is. It's going to be close to South Georgia. And then that's Tuesday. So then Wednesday is a drive day that we are making the drive down to Bradenton. There'll be checkpoints, cool stuff along the way. And we are now we don't take 75 because now that we have a drive day, we can go a different route. We don't have to just take the fastest way to get down there because we do have that day as a drive day. Then we pick up on Thursday in Bradenton, Friday, Orlando, and then Saturday we are back at Gainesville to wrap everything up. Now, so we're cutting entries. Expenses on the event continues to rise. Our staffing isn't going down. We continue to increase staffing with it. So there will be a raise in the registration fee because we are allowing less cars in. The other is there's no wait list. Like literally next Saturday when it sells out, it's sold out. Anybody that drops, because there's no refund. So make sure if you're signing up, like there's no refunds. So don't sign up if you don't plan on making it. I know stuff happens to me all the time where I end up not making an event. But do your best if you sign up. Don't sign up hoping, like sign up pretty sure that you're going to be able to make it so you don't take a spot because there's no wait list. Like, number one, we never allowed anybody to register on site at any of our events because I just didn't like that. And now we're just going to eliminate wait lists as well because I feel like there's a lot of people that say that, oh, I'm on the wait list, I wasn't able to get in. Anytime, if you are online at 9 a.m. Eastern time and you had filled out the express of interest, so you got early access. I think the fastest sick week sold out is 3 minutes. So practice your click and buy. You can go buy some merch on the website right now because once you're registered on the website, then it's easier for you to click and buy. So if you never bought anything off sickthemag.com, hey, go buy some merch because then all your stuff's in there, your credit card info's in there, click and buy. So therefore, next Saturday when registration goes live, click and buy and you'll be good. So trying to think what else was sick week. I mean, we have Smokies coming up in a couple weeks too, and coming to Sick Ward. Also, Sick Ward will open up. So like if you can't experience Sick Week as a racer, then do it as Sick Ward. Come along, have a good time. I mean, it's great. And we're constantly working on improving the Sick Ward experience to try and make it cool. We actually had at Sick Michigan Miles, first time we had a dedicated first time in a couple years, so we had someone dedicated for Sick Ward that, hey, any questions you guys had, anything like that. We also have awards for Sick Ward now. So there were some awards at Michigan Miles. There's going to be some awards at Smokies. And obviously at Sick Weeks, we're going to have awards for it. Main thing, we're going to have a host for you to try and make sure that we keep the parking. If you're in Sick Spit Show and Shine, Sick Ward itself, that's a 5-day spectator ticket. You get a windshield banner and a t-shirt. So it's a discounted ticket plus the bonus of a t-shirt and a windshield banner over buying a spectator ticket every day. If you get into Sick Ward and you have a cool car, you can apply for Sick Spit Show and Shine, and then that gets you pit parking. That's an extra $100, but it gets you pit parking. And we have a host that is going to make sure all that parking's straight and try and keep orderly conduct. I mean, it's just everything has grown so fast that we're catching up all the time. But I think the biggest thing is that we are going to cut down the amount of entries we allow because I want more runs. Like, I don't want that you only get one run per session. I mean, I want the lanes to be open for a little while because we want the fastest times. Like, we want you to be able to make your best time, get up there and make multiple passes with it. And we are constantly shaking things up on that. Rule changes, NA, there's an NA small block class. So you guys have asked, we've delivered. We made some changes to the other NA class, but we also introduced an NA small block class for the people that wanted a small block class for NA. Because seeing some of you guys, Tab Scott and Eddie's co-pilot on that Corvette, seeing some of that stuff rip at Drag Week this week, I mean, small block stuff, I mean, definitely we need that small block dedicated class. You guys have been asking for it. We got it. And I mean, it's going to be a humdinger because once again, Bryant's getting his stuff sorted out to get ready for sick week. You got Lutz, which I've already talked to. I mean, horrible thing. I mean, I was rooting for him to have a good week. And day one, bad news. But I already talked to him. He's prepared. He's getting everything ready so that he'll be ready for sick week. 2.0, working on getting that ready for sick. I mean, literally, it is going to be crazy. That 5-second average looks like it's still going to be out there on the table. And maybe Ned or Bryant get a 5-second pass this week and surpass my 5-second pass that I did 6 years ago. So that may be off the table by tomorrow. But the 5-second average is still going to be on the table. And there's a bunch of us that are going for it. And a bunch of us have that on their bucket list. I think that when Ned falls short, I think Ned will probably be at sick week trying to get that 5-second average. I mean, he's had a great week so far. Hopefully that continues for the next couple of days for him. That is our sick week updates. Yeah, remember, go subscribe to the magazine. It's going to have the best drag week coverage. We always do. Subscribe to the magazine. Go buy some merch because, hey, we don't talk to you about green juice or jelly or any of that crap that everybody else tries to hawk off of you or whatever. But we do live off the merch, the events, and the magazine subscription. So, hey, be one of those. And know as a magazine subscriber, your entry for sick week is falling underneath the Durango giveaway. So when you sign up for sick week, you actually will get entries. Every dollar you spend gets you an entry for the Durango, the Hellcat Durango. So this baby right here. So when you sign up, you'll get entries for that. Go buy some merch, get entries for this. Go subscribe to the magazine, get entries for this. If you're already a subscriber, you already get entries. That's my update. Going to take you back. Sorry, that's a long-winded one, but I needed to talk about the sick week stuff. And we'll get you back to Ricky and Luke's drag week coverage, which has been phenomenal all week. So we'll get right back to that.
Yeah, we're just breaking the beams right now. And that's it for us right now. Hopefully we can come back this afternoon after we get it fixed.
Dave Armentrout from Scott Depot, West Virginia. 67 Chevy 2, 540-inch par, big block with twin 98s. Jason Wicked transmission built, 400 turbo with lockup. So I purposely built this car just for drag and drive. It's always a drag and drive car. I was part of the LS fan group. Now I'm on the LS haters group after we broke every part of an LS you can trying to go fast. So, and once we switched to a big block, our braking engine parts has stopped. So, knock on wood. Paul put a tune-up in it, and we could have went a lot faster because he had it killed down low to try and get it off the line. But Paul's the one that made it go down the track. I just drive it.
I'll help him with this one. See, he's actually wants to copy me.
You got to talk into the mic.
He's always been my slow friend Dave, and this week he's finally my slow 6-second friend Dave, but currently the only 6-second car on the track today. But you know,
Which is why I'm hanging around in case he needs to borrow my time slip
right, because
today.
you never know. I mean, usually he's quickly out of here with 6 seconds of excitement, just like at home. Because, you know,
The wife's happy, we're all happy.
poor Melissa, but yeah, he's a good friend of mine, man. Congrats on the run, buddy.
Thanks, man.
2 nights ago, we lashed the valves and go through the valve springs, normal maintenance at night, and we knew we hurt 2 rocker arms. The wheel on the end, the bearings were out of it and they were seized. We had 2. The other 6 were fine. We ran yesterday and we stopped, made a good run yesterday, went a 33 yesterday. I think we reset the record again. And then we're cautious with the other ones. We stopped probably every 30 or 40 miles, pulled the valve covers, checked everything, and it was good the whole way. We got to the hotel, boom, number 7 hit us. But we called LME when we lost the first 2, and they overnighted a whole box of rockers here, which just rolled in. So Ed's changing them all now, all the exhaust ones now, but we didn't want to miss our run. So the one seized, one on number 7, Ed pulled it off, got some assembly lube, filled the rocker up, filled the top of the valve, or where the valve cap is, top of the push rod, jammed it down in there. We came up to the staging lanes, rolled up as much as we could, made the run. It went in 8:36. It was a little, it spun on the gear change. I don't know if you've seen the rear end slide around a little bit, but went in 8:36, so we were happy with that. We would have took less than that today just to wait for this, cool this off, get the rockers, and so ultimately it'll be nice to be at the hotel tonight, get these exhaust rockers on, pack everything up, make the 150-mile drive. We'll be back at your truck, which is awesome. So, and then hopefully make a nice run tomorrow.
So you're taking that 3.6 and going?
Yeah, we're gonna take the 3.6 and going. We'll probably just do the same tomorrow, go back through all the valve springs and everything, and then we'll see what the day has, see if they're gonna have it all run, what they're gonna do tomorrow, and then we'll see, maybe we'll bring something to the party.
You're already bringing it to the party.
I don't know about that. The wheelie brought everybody to the party, but that wasn't what we wanted. So, but it's been a rough week, but it's been a great week. So a lot of highs and a lot of lows, right? But as John Force says, that's why they call it drag racing, not winning, right? So it's kind of a drag sometimes. So.
What's frogging?
Well, I have these 2 frogs, and I've been going around to all the drivers, and I frog them, and I take pictures of them with their car. So I thought I would frog you. The media never gets to be on the other side of the camera, right?
You can frog me,
Okay.
sure. Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
You officially been frogged.
My name is Jason Pollard. I'm from Arlington, Texas. This has been a pretty good journey getting here. I've only owned the van for about 2 months. It is a 1995 GMC Safari. I bought it gutted with no engine, no transmission, but the suspension had already been done, the cage had already been done, and the paint had been done. So I figured it was a real quick, easy deal. I was wrong, but we made it, we're here. 408 LS stroker, 2010 Camaro heads, Bryant Goldstone camshaft, some valve springs, LSA blower off a ZL1, lower compression pistons. Only making about 8.5 pounds of boost. There's a lot left in it, but we're just trying to finish this week. And so far, other than burning up the clutch and the torque converter, no mechanical failures. That's hopefully going to hold true through today and tomorrow. But so far, we've been really pleased with the van. Had a lot of electrical issues. Ran out of gas on the freeway last night. Don't have any defroster. It was raining. We're doing 20 miles an hour through the mountains and turns. It was pretty hairy. But overall, it's been a great experience. We're running about a 10.7 right now. I think it's got a little more left in it, but we're being conservative, trying to just make it through. We stayed in the staging lanes too long yesterday, and all of our ice melted for the ice box. I think that was good for a tenth of a second, probably. Hopefully today we run, I don't know what the DA is going to be, but hopefully it at least holds what it was running. And if everything works perfect, maybe a 1060 at 130, maybe. I'd like to get it to hang the front wheel a little longer. Maybe I could cross the 60 foot with the back tires. That would be awesome. But I just think the air doesn't feel like it's going to be there today. And I don't know there's enough left in it to do that. But we've had nothing but smiles. I have older hot rods, and they don't get near the attention that this one's been getting. And we found 0 haters so far.
That was a nail biter. So we have one shot to make one last pass. We had missed our one this morning with a big tire shake. And so that was our A to B tune-up. The heat of the day took a little bit of power out. We were expecting to go maybe a teen or a 12, and we went to 21. But I am ecstatic because let go of the button, it stuck. I was like, yes, we're going to day 5. I skated a bit in the middle right at the 330, and it was doing a big power wheelie, which means it kicked in the timing, adjustment, so it knocked it down the power, and out the back was fine. So tomorrow, better weather we hope, and we go again. This route's going to have a nice coastal path, we're told. So cooler weather along the ocean. We're heading down to Mechanicsville in Maryland, but it's on a scenic route. So back to MIR, the track number 1 that we started to do day 5. It's 151 miles with 2 checkpoints. One is an air museum, and the second is some amazing Memphis barbecue joint. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. Something red, white, and blue, or blue, white, and I forget. But it's a barbecue joint, so that's what we're having for dinner tonight is barbecue.
Are you having fun yet, Evan?
I'm having a delightful time, Ricky. Sometimes I wonder why we do this.
Me too.
of 8 out the back.
It's just f***ing stupid shit, man. It's like, you know, I don't know. I just like the same shit that I've had for years because it f***ing works. This thing, you can't even tell if there's any air pressure in it. We filled it yesterday, so it's obviously got a leak somewhere.
Well, isn't that why you're testing this week, to figure all this stuff out?
We were testing 3 days ago. Now we're trying to go fast, and it's not working.